Hello there, Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here to tell you the Darkpool Weekly Whisper for November 12th. But before we get to this week's hot stocks to trade following the dark pool, we got to go over last week. Last week was a really phenomenal week in my trading room. These whispers were really great. If you follow them, you would have made over 64% ROI. 30 of them hit targets. Yes, 30 targets were hit last week. I specifically had some really good trades in my room on AMD, IBM, just to name a few. XLE was also another really good trade in the Java pit. The banks were really hot. My traders did really well on that. So what are we going to trade this week? Well, this week, just want to let you guys know that I will be presenting, if you are in the Vegas area, or you can still come, a Las Vegas Traders Expo. I have 3 presentations this week. I'm doing one for the women in trading, how to profit off the dark pool. Another one, dark pool secrets to a 90% success rate, and the hottest stocks to buy right now following the dark pool. It's going to be at the Bally's Hotel, November 12th to the 14th. I know 50 of my traders are coming down to this show, so I'm so excited to see everybody. And again, you still have time. It's only, well, right now it's Saturday, but yeah, you can still make it. So book that flight. Come on down. I promise it's going to be a great time. All right, but what are we going to trade this week? If you can't make it, all right, you can stay at home and you can trade. So I'll give you a couple good trades. So let's start with the SPY. Yes, the SPY. We've been following the dark pool prints. It's been leading us in the right direction. So which way should we go? Well, this week we're going to be bullish above 280. Really key level. And we're going to be bearish below 275. Now, whenever we have a breakout like we did this week out of this trend line, a lot of times we do get a retest of that breakout before moving up, or a retest and we can't hold above it and we come down again. So that's why I'm going to be bearish below 275. First target would be 270, 375, and then 272.50. All right, let's go to the Russell 2000. Yeah, SPY's been a great trade in our room as well this week. IWM bullish above 157 and bearish below 152 for the Russell. And the Qs, we're going to be bullish above 175, really key level on the Qs, and bearish below 170. And I don't know where my trend line went. It was here a second ago. There we go. And let's go to the DIA, the Dow Jones ETF. Yeah, for the DIA, let me just zoom in a little bit. We're going to be bullish above 261 and bearish below 258.75. I just want to go back to the Russell for a second. Forgot to mention there's a possible, okay, inverted head and shoulders formation. Let me just draw that for you. So this would be the left shoulder, this would be the head, and possibly the right shoulder forming. Okay, it would have to go like that. And if that's the case and we break above this 158 area, it could have a really big move to 171 possibly. So you measure the head down, and that would be the measurement up there. So yeah, you definitely just look out for that if it does form that right shoulder. I wanted to call that to your attention. All right, where were we? We just finished on the DIA, bullish above 261, bearish below 258.75. Now we got some really interesting prints this week on the bear of the S&P 500 SH. That's the Pro Share Short. And I'm not telling you to trade this because these are not good instruments to trade. These are always decaying and going down the hill. Don't ever buy this and hope that it comes back, because it usually doesn't. They reset it. Okay, but when we do get big prints on it, that's when I want to trade the SPY. Okay, that's definitely your best bet. But watch these levels because we got a 700,000 share print at 28.85. So if the SH breaks above 29, it's going to be bearish for the S&P 500. But if the SH breaks below 28.25, that's going to be very bullish for the market. So that's why I want you to watch those levels. Let's go to the QID. Yeah, so this is the bear ultra short for the QQQ. Okay, so same exact thing. I wouldn't trade this. And I don't know why. I don't know why my purple line went over here. Oops, I just had it. All right, let me just delete that. Crazy thing. So, but we're going to be bullish above 41.25 and bearish below 39.50 for QID. Again, I wouldn't trade this, but I would trade the NASDAQ, the QQQs. Trade that all the time. So let's go to gold. All right. So again, I got some crazy trend lines. All right. So GLD, we're going to be bullish above 115. And we're going to be bearish below 114. We had heavy dark pool activity that came in at the end of the week at 116.75, like 1.3 million. You can see the volume. Okay, we have a high volume doji candle here. Yeah, if we close above that, bullish, below that, very bearish. Big move in gold is coming. And also the dollar was on a really big tear and was just at a resistance trend line. And if we break above 97, that's a really key level for the DXY. That's uber bullish on the dollar, and that would be uber bearish for gold. Okay, they're definitely trading inverse right now. So let's go to AU, another gold stock. We had unusual dark pool activity. We're going to be bullish above 10. We're well below where the prints were at 998. Okay, we'd have to break above that for me to turn bullish on this. And I'm going to be bearish below 950. We have a gap fill below. All right, so you can see, let me just draw these lines. Here's the gap, okay, GAP. Now we already did a test of a strong level before. We've popped up, so we could go all the way down and fill that gap in. So bearish below 950. Target's going all the way down to 9 for, or even 880. Okay, that would be the gap fill. In fact, let me just put that in there. One last one. There we go. All right, let's go to FCX. This was a great short in my trading room on Friday off those dark pool prints that we spotted this week at 1227 and 1207. So I'm going to continue to be bearish below 1125 this week. I'd only be bullish if it popped up and broke above 1250. So let's go to silver. Also had some pretty big prints on that. 1374, 1331. We are going to be bullish above 14. Okay, so I'm bearish, but I would turn into a bull if we could break above 14, and bearish below 1320 moving forward. All right, let's go to oil because we had massive, massive dark pool prints in the oil sector. USO. Yep, massive dark pool at 1405. Oops, gotta just fix that. 1407 and 1320, I'm sorry, 1321, yep. So we're gonna be bullish only above 1325, okay? We would have to break above that, and I'm gonna be bearish below 1260 for oil, okay? Key levels, Schlumberger, highly unusual, massive dark pool activity. And you can even see that the volume, all right, is waxing here 3 days in a row. It's like a crescendo. It's going to have definitely a big move coming on SLB. So we're going to be bullish only above 52.50. And I'm going to be very bearish below 50. The first time you go down to 50, you can see that was a low on Friday. Yeah, you're going to have computers that are going to buy it. But the second time around, we test that level, less buying, and it will break to major lows, SLB. I have low targets all the way down to 45. These were pretty big prints, so watch that. Also, MRO. Yeah, we had pretty big activity on MRO as well. So we're going to be bullish above 1850 and bearish below 1725 for MRO. Let's go to XOG. Extraction oil and gas. Don't normally get prints on this, so it's on my list. We're going to be bullish above 950, bearish below 8. All right, 8's a really key level. Again, major levels computers are programmed to buy the first time. Then that second test. All right, that's usually, it has to be like as a day trader, 25 minutes later. If you're day trading, yep. You want it to pull back up and then at least 25 minutes or more, come down and retest it. And if it breaks below on higher volume, that's a great entry. So you can either enter shorting positions when it comes up to test resistance or that second test of a level when it fails. So let's go to XLE. Yeah, this is a great trade for me this week. Had a nice pop off the dark pool activity last week. Then we got more dark pool activity. So we're going to be bullish above 69 and bearish though below 67 this week. Okay, next we're going to turn to financials, these were great whispers, really nice pop. We're going to be bullish this week on XLF above 2750. You can see it does have a little bit of resistance here, so if we can break above that, big move up. And then we're going to be bearish below 2675. Let's go to Bank of America. I like to trade BAC. It's faster than XLF. I'll use the levels on XLF, but I always prefer to trade Bank of America or Wells Fargo. Those are definitely two of my favorites, and the options are really great. So Bank of America, I'm going to watch this 28.75 level. I'm going to be bullish above that, and I will be bearish below 28. Wells Fargo, yeah, it looks like it's ready for a big move, consolidation past 2 days. So we're going to be bullish above 53.75 and bearish below 52.75. Dark pool came in at 53.60. And Citibank, really weak move on Friday. And we did have big dark pool prints at 66.55 and 66.30. So I will be bullish above 67 and bearish below 65.50. All right, so let's go to Morgan Stanley. Now this really hasn't moved too much, and we had dark pool activity last week. And what happens is they don't move stocks until the dark pool is done. Once the dark pool is done entering, then the big move. So if you keep seeing prints coming in, and then prints coming in and prints coming in, they're usually not going to move it until they're done. Okay, so perhaps this is the week for Morgan Stanley. We're going to be bullish above 46.50 and bearish below 45.50. Now we're going to move on to some tech stocks. Apple. Apple was a good whisper last week. Came all the way down and hit that 200 target and took a really nice bounce up to resistance. So where is it going now? Well, we had a 1 million share print on it, so we're going to be bullish above. In fact, you know what? I forgot to put where the print was. So just give me a sec to put that in here. It was 202.28. So let me just put that in here. Okay. We are going to be bullish above 205. It closed at 203.70. And we're going to be bearish below 202. If it comes back down and goes below the print, that's going to be bearish. Remember, they have a splash First, when the print happens, I always say to my traders, trade yesterday's prints, because there's a splash. And so that's why you want to wait a little bit. Be patient. Those are my targets. All right, let's go to NXPI. NXPI, we're going to be bullish above 86. And we're going to be bearish below 82.50. Really big print came in, 95.26. I have a feeling the semis are going to move because we had a lot of dark pool prints across the board on the semiconductors. MU also, right? Another semi. We're going to be bullish above 41 and bearish below 38.75. ON Semiconductor also had pretty big prints. We're going to be bullish above 1850, and we're going to be bearish below 1750. Hewlett-Packard, massive prints at 16 this week. We're going to be bullish above 1625, and we're going to be bearish below 1550. Now we got to talk about IBM. Holy cow, big blue. I have never in my life seen so many prints on IBM. Okay, I am excited about this one. Now, this was a great whisper last week off those other prints. In fact, it hit all my targets up to 125. So, and I didn't expect to have more dark pool prints coming in like this, but we did. Now, they had an ex-dividend date on Friday, and this makes sense that there are big institutions that want to get in for the next dividend payment. I mean, after all, IBM has gotten completely crushed. So when are you going to buy it at a great price and be able to collect a dividend? All right, so it does make sense. However, we're traders. We're going to just trade this week. The big prints, 5.6 million at 123.81. And then we had 3.6 million between 123.20 and 123.40, all in that same beautiful area. So we're going to be bullish above 125, and I'm going to be bearish below 120. It's a key level, big prints, big splash. Want to get a little bit more room, but once this thing goes, it's going to go. So I have 130 high end target and 115 low end target. Definitely watch IBM. Okay, let's go to emerging markets. Brazil, we had some pretty big prints coming in this week. We're going to be bullish above $40.62. Want to clear all those prints. And we're going to be bearish below 39. Let's go to China, FXI. Also got some pretty big prints that we're selling this week because we are way below them. So I'd only be bullish above 41.75. We could take a bounce, but if we do move down, I'm going to be bearish below 39.50 for FXI. Just fix that. All right, AT&T is the next one. Oh, Verizon was a great trade. Another good one this week. But AT&T got my attention. I always want to get these stocks before they make a run for you. Okay, that's definitely the advantage of following unusual dark pool prints. We get a lot of prints all week long, but I try to call out the unusual ones, and I try to call out trades that have room to go up or down. Okay, so AT&T is one of them. We're going to be bullish this week above 31, and we're going to be bearish below 30.50. There's a lot of really good room above and below, so watch AT&T. American Airlines, I love this one. Unusual dark pool activity, 35.27. We're going to be bullish above 37.50, and we're going to be bearish below 35. Let's go to GM. GM. Gap fill trade, perhaps. Okay, we'll see. We're going to be bullish above 37. And we're going to be bearish below 35.25. Now, Ford is one of my favorites because we got really, really big dark pool activity on forward. It has not moved yet, okay? This is the best part. And the reason it didn't move, we had 2 big days of dark pool activity. So the first one was $9.46. The second one was $9.50. So we're going to be bullish above $9.75, and we're going to be bearish below $9.25. Okay, so next we're going to turn our attention to a sector that I tell my traders not to trade. That's the drug sector, pharmaceuticals especially. But I'm going to make an exception this week because we had exceptional prints. Exceptional. Oh my goodness. I've never seen so many prints across this sector, and that's why we're going to trade it. In fact, I already started trading it, but we want to be smart. When it comes to drug stocks, again, like I don't pay attention to what drugs are going up for FDA approval. I don't know if they're going to make it, they're going to not, patents, all that stuff. And, you know, these guys get halted. There's not a day that goes by that I don't see a pharmaceutical stock halted or down huge in the morning. I've had really good trader friends years ago that lost everything, and it was always a biotech stock. And that's why I'm pretty strong, and I just don't trade this sector, but I can't ignore it, and we're going to do it smart. We're going to do options. Okay, I don't trade these. Don't buy stock and hold it overnight. It's like the riskiest trade you can do, but options are amazing. And you know what we did this week, I traded Pfizer. A lot of my traders followed me into this particular trade. You know, we bought these 45 calls for peanuts for like 11 cents. And doubled our money in just an hour, okay? So that's how I trade them. And if it got halted, if something happened, my risk was 11 cents, all right? So I'll get to Pfizer in a moment, but I just really had to explain that to you guys so that you're careful, okay? So Lilly, we had dark pool activity. I don't normally see it at 111. So this week, bullish above 112.50. And if we do go down and break below that, I'll be bearish below 110. And by the way, seasonalities are very strong for the health sector. So BMY, another stock, Bristol Myers Squibb. We had 2.4 million at 50.50. This thing started to rip up. If you're not in it already, 53.75, bullish above, and of course bearish below if it comes all the way back down below the Prince 50. Gilead Sciences. Massive print, 700,000 share print at $70.18, had a really nice pop. This week though, if you're not in it, a bullish above 72 and bearish below 70. Teva, another one. We had big prints at 22.83 and 23, so I'm going to be bullish above 24. And let me just write target. And I'm going to be bearish below 22.50 for Teva. Merck, MRK. I love this stock so much, I named my daughter after it. That's actually her initials, as you know, if you read my book. Merck had big prints on it, 75, 75.15, bullish above 75.50, and bearish below 74. And last but certainly not least, Pfizer. Yeah, I love this. Or had a pop, but this week bullish above 44.50, and I'll only turn bearish below 43.50. So my trading room had one of its best weeks this week. Really, really great. But there are 2 couples that stand out that are the trader of the week this week, and that would be Lori and Bruce, and Lori and Phil, and Lori and Bruce, sorry. Laura and Bruce, and Lori and Phil. Sorry, you guys. Gosh, we just call them the power couples. It's so much easier to call you guys power couples. And this is two married couples that are such a phenomenal asset to our trading room. They put so much hard work into scanners, into our spreadsheet, and, you know, we just have to pay a tribute to you guys. We love you, and we appreciate all the hard work you do, because of the hard work you do, we find hundreds of amazing trades in our room. So thank you so much for everything that you do, guys. And I'm looking forward to seeing so many of my traders at the show this week. So happy trading, you guys.
That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.